The Reds look a good bet to be back in the Champions League next season, with Michael Carrick's side holding an 8-point lead over Brighton and Hove Albion in 6th place with 15 points left to play for. European football's premier competition returning to Old Trafford next season would mean United's ranks need considerable strengthening, and with Champions League prize money coming their way, Carrick's men could be very busy come the summer. The rumour mill has already started, with Carlos Baleba, Elliot Anderson and Adam Wharton heavily linked with moves to the club ahead of the reopening of the transfer window this summer. Yandio Mondio of RB Leipzig, also heavily linked with a move to Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool, is reportedly no longer a target for the Reds as they concentrate on a move for a midfielder. Sources indicate that United have kept in contact with Baleba's representatives following last summer's failed pursuit. The Reds are on the lookout for a new midfielder and have been long-time admirers of the 22-year-old. A slightly lower fee of £70 million may be considered as opposed to last year's £100 million price tag, which made a move too hot to handle. As per Tuttosport, a scout from Manchester United will travel to San Siro to watch Rafael Leao play for AC Milan against Juventus as they look to bolster their attacking line when the window reopens. The winger is under contract with his current club until 2028. However, Milan could allow him to leave for a considerable fee in the region of £40 million, £50 million. Reports from Spain claim that Manchester United have submitted a significant bid for Anthony Gordon. It is also suggested that Newcastle United may be willing to part ways with the player for around £86 million. Trabzonspor's president has revealed that his club are eager to sign Onana permanently from Manchester United this summer, following a highly successful loan spell. Speaking to NTV Sport, Ertugrul Dogan said, "Onana's career already established. We like him, I've said this before. He has a certain plan for his career. If the conditions are right, we want him to stay. The final decision will be Onana's." Manchester United have been told that Adam Wharton will move on from Crystal Palace this summer, giving them a major boost as they look for midfield reinforcement. Speaking to freebaits.com, Clinton Morrison said, "There will be a merry-go-round of midfielders this summer with the likes of Elliot Anderson and Sandro Tonali being linked everywhere, but I think Wharton will be one who goes. You've got to act when the iron's hot." As per The Guardian, Jason Wilcox is an admirer of Artelander's Ederson. The midfielder could cost the Reds in the ballpark of £35 million should they pursue him, as they look to find a suitable replacement for Casemiro. Team Talk claim that Manchester United are ready to hijack Tottenham Hotspur's swoop for Bournemouth's Marco Senesi this summer. The Reds are reportedly on the lookout for a new centre-half in the coming months given injuries that have affected Lisandro Martinez and Matthijs de Ligt this season. It is thought that Inter Miami and LA Galaxy are both competing to secure Casemiro's services for the new season. The Manchester United midfielder will leave Old Trafford this summer as a free agent, but his landing spot remains unclear just yet. As per reports, Manchester United are among a number of clubs keeping tabs on Morgan Rogers. The Aston Villa star has a price tag of around £80 million attached to him at present, with United, Arsenal, PSG and Chelsea looking at the 23-year-old. Tuttomercato also reports that Spurs are interested in striking a deal with Manchester United for Marcus Rashford. The forward has thrived during his season-long loan spell with Barcelona, but there are doubts that the La Liga giants will take up the opportunity to make his move permanent for £26 million. As a result, Tottenham Hotspur are now reportedly monitoring his situation, dependent, of course, on whether they face relegation to the Championship next month. A report from Tuttomercato claims that Newcastle have opted to put Sandro Tonali on the market this summer. It also suggests that Manchester United are ready to approach with a very high offer as they look to replace Casemiro. Reports suggest that Chelsea could demand a fee of at least £150 million for Cole Palmer this summer, considering how instrumental the Englishman is to the team. While United are thought to hold a concrete interest in Palmer, the asking price could be a touch too high this summer. A deal for Real Madrid midfielder Aurelien Tchouaméni to sign for Manchester United is on the cards, according to journalist Andy Mitten. The Frenchman is contracted to the Spanish Giants until 2028, but reports have recently emerged that the club may be considering to sell him. Speaking on the Talk of the Devils podcast, Mitten claimed the 26-year-old is gettable and is the only player in La Liga that United are currently looking at. Trabzonspor's president Ertuğrul Dogan has confirmed the Turkish side are keen to sign Andre Onana on a permanent deal from Manchester United this summer. Speaking to NTV Spo, he said, "Onana's career is already established. We like him, I've said this before. He has a certain plan for his career. If the conditions are right, we want him to stay. The final decision will be Onana's." With Wolves' relegation comes some clubs circling around their top talents, with João Gomes at the top of the list. The Brazilian midfielder has quite a long list of suitors, reportedly including Leeds United and Manchester United. According to Fussbalderton, the Whites have entered talks to sign the 25-year-old in an attempt to beat United to the punch. Villarreal are reportedly holding out for a fee in the region of £39 million for midfielder Pate Guy. Orgulo Biri claimed the Reds shown strong interest in the 27-year-old ahead of a potential summer transfer. The Senegal international scored the winner in the African Cup of Nations final and has been linked with a move away from the La Liga club. United are reportedly happy with the asking price quoted and could make a strong push this summer. Manchester United targeted Brighton's Carlos Baleba last summer, but an agreement couldn't be made with the South Coast club regarding the midfielder's reported price tag of £100 million. According to Team Talk, they claim the Seagulls won't accept anything less than £70 million in response to rumours that they'd accept a cut-price deal of £50 million for his services. Expected to fork out the cash this summer, Manchester United have been named among the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea and PSG as the most genuine suitors for Aston Villa star Morgan Rogers. According to Ben Jacobs, the England midfielder could be in line from a move away from Villa Park this summer as several of Europe's biggest clubs circle around the 24-year-old. Defence is an area United Chiefs will certainly aim to improve this summer, with Bournemouth's Marco Senesi a reported target. Unfortunately for those at Old Trafford, the Argentina international has been intensely linked with Tottenham Hotspur this summer, with Sky Sports' Florian Plettenberg reporting an agreement is already in place between the two parties. However, Spurs' threat of relegation, as they can't guarantee any transfers for the 2026-27 season with United, and Liverpool reportedly monitoring the situation and said to be ready to pounce should the North London side lose their top-flight status. Reports have linked Manchester United with Sporting CP fullback Maxi Araujo, but it's not them that the Uruguay international has said to have opened talks with. Reports from Portugal claim Arsenal in the negotiations to sign the left-back, who reportedly has a £69 million release clause in his contract. Despite Cole Palmer recently rubbishing reports about leaving Chelsea, Court of Side have claimed that Manchester United hold a concrete interest in the ex-Man City star. The 23-year-old has endured an injury-hit season at Stamford Bridge, who earlier this week sacked Liam Rosignol after just 3 months in charge. Despite the turmoil in West London, Palmer's contracted to the club until the summer of 2033. With Marcus Rashford expected to return to Manchester United this summer, with a permanent move to Barcelona yet confirmed, the England star's future is up in the air. According to TalkSport's Angelina Kelly, the 28-year-old would be a perfect fit for Mikel Arteta's Arsenal, who has had to contend with the inconsistencies of Leandro Trossard and Gabriel Martinelli on the left wing. Rashford could be the answer. He doesn't like to track back. So maybe they could compromise and get a winger then who does the appropriate amount of pressing and tracking back as per what Mikel Arteta wants, but still want to do the important job of attacking.